For the first 12 World Cups, South Korea made just one appearance. Then they made up for it, qualifying for 7 successive tournaments, including South Africa 2010. The only Asian team to go through qualifying unbeaten, they will travel to South Africa, strongly backed by their fanatical fans. There are several survivors from the famous 2002 side that reached the semi-finals of the World Cup they jointly hosted. Hopes are high that they can match that performance.
I don't know why people have such high expectations for us, but I'm really glad to hear that they have. As a team, we don't expect to win the tournament, but you never know what'll happen. Our team will play with courage and we'll do our best during the tournament.
Dominant in Asia, South Korea have struggled on their travels, despite a squad containing several European-based players, chief among them Park Ji-sung, the first Asian winner of the Champions League with Manchester United. Hoping to cure their travel sickness, the federation took a squad of 24 Asian-based players to South Africa, hoping they could get used to the conditions. They included No Byung-jun.
When we play at home, we are used to the climate and the atmosphere. I think when we go to South Africa, it'll be hard for us to adapt to the different conditions. We'll need to train harder to get used to it. It's so different from what we're used to. I think the experience will be very difficult for us.
14 matches unbeaten appeared a faultless qualification campaign. That success was based on a solid defence that proved far too strong for their opponents, conceding just 7 goals. Finding the back of the net, though, proved a different story. The team managed just 22 goals, an average of under 2 a game. So everything considered, was qualification more problematic than it appeared to be?
Nothing was easy during qualifying, and I do remember how hard it was. Going with the national team abroad to play was very hard. The games against Iran and Saudi Arabia, they were both good teams with good players, and it was very hard. Those were definitely the hardest games.
Few qualifying games created as much tension as those between North and South Korea, technically still in conflict, 50 years after the end of the Korean War. The North's refusal to play the South Korean anthem or fly their flag meant the 1-1 draw between the two rivals was played out in Shanghai, China, not Pyongyang.
The hardest time for us was when our national team drew the game with North Korea. It was our first game, and it wasn't the start we planned. It was the most difficult time for us all.
Their form in qualifying was excellent. The South Koreans topped their group without losing a single game. But the squad know they cannot be carried away with that success. That tougher opponents lie ahead in South Africa. South Korea's opening game against Greece will be played at the new Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium in Port Elizabeth. Trips to Johannesburg and Durban follow, but the players are aware of the significance of that first match in Port Elizabeth.
It'll be great if we can win our first game. If you do well in your opening match, you gain confidence, both as a player and as a team. Your attitude towards the whole tournament changes. So if we can win our first match against Greece, there'll be a great chance for us to make it through to the last 16.
South Korea sealed their qualification with a 2-0 win against the United Arab Emirates in Abu Dhabi. This time they were grateful to be away from home and the pressures of their support. But the World Cup will be a different prospect altogether. And while no one expects them to bring home the top prize, South Korea no longer fear the biggest challenges.
The fact that the game wasn't held in Korea, it did give us an advantage in a way. But now the situation will be different. Now, we're playing all our games away from home. And while we're not aiming to win the World Cup, we are aiming to get at least to the last 16 or the quarter-finals. But if we do make the last 16, we'd be very happy.
뭐 3등까지 하면 좋지만은 16강, 8강만 가더라도 우리는 성공이라고 생각합니다.
Greece are South Korea's first opponents in South Africa. Soccer City beckons for a date with Argentina, and then comes a meeting with Nigeria in Durban.